Hey guys, it's Gigi, and today I tried to make a patchwork top. I've been eyeing patchwork on my Pinterest for such a long time, and I really love the pattern. And so I had a bunch of old clothes that I wasn't gonna wear anymore, so I decided why not use the fabric and upcycle it to make one of the shirts that I've been eyeing out for a while now. So that's what I did. Or attempted to do. This was my first project making an article of clothing literally out of just fabric. I didn't have any pattern or pre-existing form of a shirt. So it definitely has its flaws, and I will walk you guys through it, and if you guys want to make it, I can give you the basic gist of it and what not to do. The first thing I did was trace the tank top shape. This was the picture that I was basing my inspiration off, and I really like that shape, so I wanted to make that shape, and I didn't have a tank top that looked like that, so I tried to draw it on my own, just eyeballing it off of what I saw on that picture, and in no way am I good at drawing, so the first one I made was uneven, and so the rest of them were uneven. Then I started to piece together my top. I just cut out different pieces from different colors and try to mesh them all together to make a top. And you will see I did so much trimming, and that was a huge mistake on my part because I didn't allow for any seam allowance. I really cut out the pieces that would make the bare minimum of a shirt. So another tip is definitely allow for seam allowance. That just makes sense, and I don't know why I didn't think of that. And if you don't know what that means, just add on a half an inch. I would honestly go for an inch of extra, and sure, your shirt will look a little big, but when you sew it all together, you'll have space to make mistakes, which I didn't. And then I started sewing it together, and I just sewed flap by flap. So I used an overcast stitch since I don't have a serger. So for my brother machine, that's the number 9 stitch. Another thing I learned is stretching your fabric while it's sewing will create kind of a curly shape, or the lettuce trim. If you're going for that look, you can do that. I wasn't necessarily going for that look, but the blue fabric I had is the silky, soft, stretchy material, which didn't align very well, and it would kind of shrink, so I had to stretch it out, and so the blue parts became more curly. Another thing that happened in the sewing process was my sewing machine kept on eating my fabric, especially that blue fabric that's very hard to work with. My machine would just start gathering all the thread, and then my fabric got stuck. I had to take apart that plate multiple times, and it was really annoying and really frustrating. Okay, so then I went over all the stitching again just to make it more consistent and get any places that I missed, and try to make a more straight line because the first time I was just trying to stick it all together. After that, I just sewed my front and back pieces together, and that was the final stretch. Hey guys, so I kind of made it. It's almost done. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do a trim. But I'm gonna try it on. I tried it on earlier when I was putting the front and back together. And it is an ultra mini top. So So, as I said, it's a very cropped top, but it's really kind of like baby tee. And I kind of love how it's lopsided. And this neck is also a little off.
Curious butterflies.
You mean bread and butterflies?
Oh, yes, of course.
Alright, y'all. Final opinions. I don't know. I decided not to put a trim on the shirt just because that would be more work, and to be honest, I don't know if I'll be wearing this shirt that much, so it wouldn't be worth it. I'm upset at myself for making it this short, like this small. I realized while I was cutting out the pieces that I didn't make any seam allowance, and this is the result. And I mean, I like the pattern, I like the colors, but execution could have been better if I just like sat and thought about it a little bit more. But yeah, I do have some pieces of clothing that I didn't use, so maybe we'll make a part 2 and try to make this improved. But I mean, for my first sewing project where I literally made something just from scratch, I'm kind of proud of myself, especially since there was no plan. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. And I really hope you guys are clicking off this video with a big smile on your face, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
The sunburst flowers calling on Mondays over to